'Twas the morning of Christmas, and all through #ThisLeague, 10 of 30 squads ready to play, including that which signed Jeff Teague. Specially designed jerseys were hung, some haphazardly, others with care. Kyle Kuzma was so excited, he forgot to dye his hair. Sam Presti lay nestled, all cozy watching from home, with visions of every team's draft pick soon becoming OKC's own. Inside the Bucks locker room, Giannis stared at the phone on his lap. A text from Coach Bud read, "You're on a 27-minute cap." Meanwhile, in Miami, Bam shut the bathroom door with a clatter. His pregame leader of Big Face Coffee had gone straight to his bladder. Over in Boston, Kyrie left the locker room in a mad dash. A bundle of smoking sage in his hands, he'd be back in a flash. The sun shone bright in Houston on a man whose tears did flow. Would the Rockets duck this year's tax? Tillman Fertitta did not know. Head over to Ball Arena, when who should appear? Kawhi emerging from Christmas Eve cryosleep, mumbling that this was the Clippers' year. Yet over across the way, someone disagreed in an accent so thick. He was tall, passed with flair. He was Nikola Jokic. More rapid than Eagles, another opening tip nearly came. Draymond whistled and shouted and called his teammates by name. Now Steph, now Kelly, now Bays and Wiggins. On Chris, on Kavan. Smiley, stop brickin'. Our path to the top runs through this Giannis-sized wall. We shall climb it, then dismantle it, en route to winning it all. Like dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, the one they call Zion took off toward the sky. So up above the rim and the backboard he flew, catching the body of a defender, maybe even two. Jump over to LA, Luka wasn't pretending to play it aloof. To his teammates he cried that their ceiling was the roof. Upon hearing this speech, LeBron's head turned around. He laughed to AD. Blonde Harden thinks he's championship bound. Back down in Tampa, dressed in fur from head to toe, Kyle Lowry pined for up north. Oh, how being a Florida man did blow. Somewhere in New York, sprinting with 100 pounds on his back, RJ Barrett wondered whether Tibbs would ever cut the Knicks some slack. Dame sat in silence, his eyes narrowed, glaring at the TV. Portland again wasn't playing. He took that personally. Victor Oladipo stood puzzled. He truly didn't know whether this was the right time or an improper window. Then determination did dawn at the half of Pelicans' heat. He texted Big Face Coffee's founder, asking to join his team. In a tub filled with ice, Ja Morant was still merry, even though landing from his last poster dunk left his ankles feeling like jelly. Because he knew that one day, the Grizzlies would grit and they'd grind, and on his back they would fly, all the way into Christmas primetime. Working on his game, a stunned Devin Booker turned his head. He was waiting for CP3. Carlton Banks showed up instead. In no time at all, gone was Christmas Day. 4 games in the books, all that remained was Denver, LA. Ty Lue emerged from the tunnel, to his team gave a whistle. Onto their bench, they flew like a missile. In parts unknown, inside a room drenched in neon light, did the TV turn on to watch Christmas's Game 5. When a bearded man did exclaim, in a voice loud as might, "Basketball in the champagne room? Now that's Christmas, done right."